Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will solve problem 1 of miscellaneous exercise chapter 13, that is limits and derivatives of 11th class maths. So this problem 1 has 4 sub problems. Okay, let us read the main question here. Find the derivative of the following functions from first principle. So you are given some functions here like minus x and so on, and we have to find the derivative of the function by the first principle. So let us start. Solution. So what we have to do is you have to call this minus x as one function fx. Okay, so let fx be equal to minus x. Now by first principle what we have, let us see. By first principle of derivatives, we have f prime of x, or this is also written as d by dx of fx, that is the derivative of fx. Okay, is equal to, this is the formula, limit h tends to 0 fx plus h minus fx, and that is divided by h. Okay, now what we will get here, derivative of f of x will be equal to limit h tends to 0. Now f of x plus h we have to write. So what will be that? See, the function fx is minus x, so f of x plus h will be what? Just we have to replace this x by x plus h. So we will get, this is the minus sign here, and we have to replace x by x plus h. But be careful here, you have to put bracket, since there are two terms and you have minus sign. Okay, so please be careful there. So what we'll get here, minus x plus h and minus of fx. So again you can see the function is minus x, so minus sign is there, so you have to put a bracket. Okay, and then divided by h here. Okay, so this will be equal to what? Limit h tends to 0. We can multiply this minus sign inside the bracket, minus x minus h, then minus minus plus x, right? That is divided by h. This will be equal to what? Limit h tends to 0. Minus x and x will get cancelled, will get minus h divided by h. So this will be equal to limit h tends to 0 minus 1. Okay, so this is nothing but derivative of f of x, right? And limit of minus 1 is what? Minus 1, because limit of a constant function is a constant, the same constant. Okay, so this is the solution of the first problem. Now let us go to the second one here. So second question is bracket minus x raised to minus 1. Okay, so same procedure here, let fx be equal to minus x raised to minus 1. So this will be equal to what? You have to just simplify the function fx. So since you have minus x raised to minus 1, means what? This is 1 by minus x. Okay, so this will be equal to what? Yeah, so that's it. This is the function fx. Now by first principle, what will have? By first principle, you have to find the derivative of this function fx. So by first principle, we have derivative of f of x, okay, which is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x, right, and that is divided by h. This will be equal to what? Limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h will be what? Again you can see you have fx equal to 1 by minus x, so f of x plus h will be equal to 1 by minus sign is there, therefore we have to put a bracket, so minus x plus h. Okay, so we will here have 1 by minus x plus h, and minus of fx is there, so this will be bracket 1 by minus x, right? Fx is 1 by minus x. Since there is minus sign, we have to put a bracket and then divided by h. This will be equal to limit h tends to 0, 1 by a minus of bracket x plus h. Now minus and this minus will become plus 1 by x, okay, and that is divided by h. So what will have, limit h tends to 0, we can cross multiply this, so we will have x minus x plus h, and that is divided by product of minus x plus h and x, right? Minus x plus h and x, and that is this whole divided by h. So this will be equal to limit h tends to 0, then x of x minus h, we are opening the bracket here, okay, and so this is divided by what, minus x plus h bracket x the whole divided by h. So this will be equal to limit h tends to 0. See, x and minus x will get cancelled, you will get minus h divided by minus of bracket x plus h multiplied by x divided by h. So this will be equal to what, limit h tends to 0, minus h divided by minus x plus h and multiplied by, see this is h by 1 right here in this denominator, so this will be multiplied here as the reciprocal, so multiplied by 1 by h. So this will be equal to now, okay, so this you have to understand properly, this is h by 1, this will get multiplied by and the reciprocal will get multiplied, so multiplied by 1 by h. Now h and h will get cancelled, you will get what, limit h tends to 0, minus of 1 divided by minus x plus h, right, multiplied by h. So this will be equal to what, now minus and minus will get cancelled, you will get limit h tends to 0 of 1 by x plus h, right, multiplied by x. So this is nothing but limit h tends to 0, 1 by we have to multiply the bracket. Now x multiplied by x is x square and plus h multiplied by x is hx. Now if we take the limit as h tends to 0, directly what we will get, 1 by x square plus 0 multiplied by x, right, so that is nothing but 1 by x square, okay. So this is the derivative of f of x. I hope you have understood this, easy problems, okay. Now let us go to the next one. This is the third one. So what we have the function sin x plus 1. So let fx be equal to sin x plus 1, right. So now by first principle, what we have, derivative of f of x is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x, and that is divided by h, okay. So limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h is what, sin of x plus h plus 1 minus, right, simply replace x by x plus h, and now there is no minus sign here, okay. So no need to worry, no need to put extra brackets here. So simply in place of x you have to write x plus h, so x plus h plus 1 that I have written here, minus f of x is what, sin x plus 1, okay, and then divided by h. So this will be equal to what, limit h tends to 0. Now you have to know one formula here, that is sin a minus sin b is equal to 2 times cos a plus b divided by 2 sin a minus b divided by 2. So what we will get here, 2 times cos of a, this is a now, so a plus b, so this is b, so plus x plus 1 and then divided by 2, okay, and then sine of x plus a h plus 1, this is a plus 1 and then minus of this bracket x plus 1 and that is divided by 2 and this is whole divided by h, okay. So this will be equal to limit h tends to 0 and 2 times cos of x plus x is 2x and h, okay, plus h plus 1 plus 1 is 2 and that is divided by 2, and so sine of, here we have to open the bracket here, so what we'll get, let us see, x plus h plus 1 and then we have minus of x minus of 1 when we open the bracket, this is divided by 2 and then this is whole divided by h, okay. So now we will get limit h tends to 0, see 2 times cos of, if you divide this 2 to this numerator, what you will get, you will get x plus h by 2, right, plus 2 by 2 will be 1, then sine of, here x and minus x will get cancelled, 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled, what will remain, h by 2, and so that will be divided by h, so this will be equal to what, this is a constant, so we can take it out of limit, so limit h tends to 0 and what we will do is split the limit to both this function, okay. So we will get limit cos of x plus h divided by 2 plus 1 limit h tends to 0 sine of h by 2, okay, and what we will do is take this h to this function and divide it, okay, right. So this will be equal to what, 2 times, now we can take the limit of this function, so it will be cos of x plus 0 by 2 plus 1 and this will be we will write the limit x tends to 0 sine h by 2, okay, and now this h has to be made h by 2, so what we will do, we have to multiply and divide by 2, right, we have to make this h as h by 2, so multiply and divide by 2. Now what we will get here is equal to 2 and this which is the 2 here, it is actually half, right, 1 by 2 it is, so that we can take it out here as a constant, okay, and so what we will get, cos of x plus 1 because this is 0, so cos of x plus 1 and limit of this will be what, yeah, let us write it, limit h tends to 0 sine h by 2 divided by h by 2, so this will be equal to 2 and 2 will get cancelled, you get cos of x plus 1 and limit of this, you know, this is of the form sine x by x, right, so limit h tends to 0 of sine x by x or limit x tends to 0 sine of x by x, here it is h goes to 0, but we can understand that if h goes to 0 that means h by 2 also will go to 0, okay, this we have already done, so you can use the formula directly and the limit is 1, okay, so this will be equal to cos of x plus 1 and this is the derivative of fx, okay, this is the answer of the third problem. Let us go to the fourth one. So here the function is cos x minus pi by 8. So let fx be equal to cos of x minus pi by 8, right? So by first principle of derivatives, okay, we have d by dx of fx, this will be equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So this will be equal to limit h tends to 0 cos of x should be replaced by x plus h, so x plus h, okay, minus pi by 8, and this is cos of x minus pi by 8. This is divided by h. So again here you have to use the formula what cos a minus cos b, and that is nothing but minus 2 sine a plus b divided by 2 multiplied by sine a minus b divided by 2. Okay, so d by dx of fx that we are finding will be equal to limit h tends to 0. So this is cos a minus cos b, so it will be minus 2 times, right, sine of a plus b divided by 2, so x plus h minus pi by 8 plus x minus 8 divided by 2 and multiplied by sine of a minus b divided by 2, so that will be x plus h minus pi by 8 minus b, so that is x minus 8, and this is divided by 2, okay, and so this whole divided by h, this, okay. So what we will get, d by dx of fx will be equal to limit h tends to 0. So this is the constant, we can take it out, minus 2, and so sine of x plus x is 2x, then plus h, and then minus pi by 8 minus pi by 8 will be minus 2 times pi by 8, and that is divided by 2, right, and so this will be x plus h minus pi by 8 minus x plus pi by 8, okay, and then this is divided by 2, and then the whole divided by h here. So what we'll get, d by dx of fx will be equal to minus 2, and this limit we can split, first of all let us write this h, first of all let us simplify it. So what we'll get is limit h tends to 0 sine of 2x plus h, and here 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, so minus pi by 4, okay, and then divided by 2, then what we have, sine of, here what will happen, x and minus x will get cancelled, minus pi by 8 plus pi by 8 will get cancelled, you will get h by 2, and that is divided by h, okay, so minus 2 and limit h tends to 0, so sine of, here we can divide by 2, what will happen, you will get x plus h by 2 minus, if we divide by 2 for pi by 4 we will get pi by 8, right, and so sine of h by 2, and this is divided by h. So minus 2. Let us write the function under the limit properly. So limit of sine x plus h by 2 minus pi by 8, this is as it is, and then multiplied by sine of h by 2 divided by h. So this h we are taking under this. This will be equal to minus 2. Now we can split the limit for both the functions. So limit h tends to 0, x plus h by 2 minus pi by 8, and multiplied by limit h tends to 0, sine of h by 2 divided by, now we have to multiply and divide by 2 here, right, to get h by 2. So h by 2, and this half will come out here. Okay, so minus 2 divided by 2 we will get here. So now we can proceed. This will be equal to 2 and 2 will get cancelled, we will get minus limit, limit we can take now. So if we take the limit h tends to 0, what we will get? Sine of x plus 0 by 2, because h is tending to 0, and then we have minus pi by 8. Okay, so what will happen here? Limit h tends to 0, sine h by 2 by h by 2 is 1. So we will get minus sine of x minus pi by 8, right? So derivative of fx is equal to this. This is the answer. So that's it in the video. If you have liked my video, please hit the like button, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.